Welcome to From Time Without Beginning, the worldwide energy healing radio network, a gathering of infinite beings from all over the planet and maybe even beings from off-planet who are tuning in, where every passing minute is your chance to turn it all around. What else is possible today for you and your universe? I'm Tim Janakos, your host, singer-songwriter, author, and energy healer, certified practitioner of the Motion Code by Dr. Bradley Nelson, and student of many other healing modalities such as the Body Code, Access Consciousness, Quantum Touch 2.0, Theta Healing, three-dimensional therapy, Lloyd Mears healing numbers, and more. So how did we get so lucky? Today we have a great special guest coming on for the second time, which we've had a lot of special guests lately. We have a lot more coming up, but today we have Chris Kehler. And he came on, I think it was about 6 months ago. I can't remember how long ago. But I have a new song for him. It goes something like this. When there's something strange and it don't look good, who you going to call? Chris Kehler. Because Chris Kehler is an amazing, he's been working on a lot of different healing modalities, but he pushes the envelope over to the other edge of healing and works on stuff like entities and aliens and demons and karmic debt and all kinds of stuff. So I had when I first started energy healing a few years back, I didn't really even believe in a lot of that stuff. But energy healing has kind of opened my mind, because sometimes when I work with clients, I work with the Body Code mostly, and then I ask, is it something that's not on the Body Code? When I finally get to there's no more of the things I can work on, and I start asking other questions. Like they say, why don't you ask about entities? And I'm like, okay, does she have any entities? And they say yes. So then I don't even have a place on the Body Chart for that, at least on the old Body Code chart. Actually, the new Body Code chart does have entities, disembodied entities, and a few other kinds. So even Body Code is starting to adjust and realize there's a lot more than what we thought there was to this healing. So Chris Kehler really is the person when you're stuck on all the other healing modalities and you need to go further. He's the guy to call. So we're going to get him on here. There's a lot of calls holding. Let me make sure I got the right one. Is this Chris? Are you there?
Tim, this is Chris.
Great. Okay, we got you. So I kind of introduced you, but if you want to just really quickly say a little bit more about you. I didn't say your website yet, but it's on the post that everyone called in on. How are you doing today, Chris? And tell a little bit about yourself.
I always tell everybody I'm doing perfect, and because I am.
Yeah. Just
because of the work I'm doing and the help that I'm giving people and the way I feel in life right now, I'm doing perfect. If it can get any better, I'm looking forward to it. Basically, what I do is I work in quantum energy to facilitate healing within whatever your health problem is, whatever it consists of, whatever the whole combination of things are. I can dig it up with my pendulum and chart method. I can dig it up. And using the pyramids and all this other sacred geometry that I have within my realm, I can move it out. And I work with people 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, 5 days a week from all over the world, different cities, different countries, via Skype and the telephone. Tim, you know as well as I do, this stuff just works, and it works at such a deep and wonderful level that it just addresses the everyday health problem that we go through.
Yeah, definitely. And I've even had to call them up for people in my family, because even as an energy healer myself, it's sometimes people in your family is the hardest people to work on. So I actually do trade-offs with a lot of different other energy healers. But with Chris, I got into issues with my family where I knew it was going beyond what I can do with the Body Code. So I had to call him up, and he's been working on one of my family members who had a lot of different deep stuff that I don't even need to mention all on the air, but I'm noticing a difference already, and so I'm really happy for what he does. You want to start right away and take callers, because we have a lot of callers calling in.
If we got callers, you know what, I'm really looking forward to doing some one-on-one and take some questions and see what we can do.
Good. Okay, so I'm going to go to someone. It looks like I've never taken someone in this area code. I don't think so. So the person in the 262 area code, what's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Nadine, and I'm calling from Wisconsin.
Nadine.
Hello,
great.
Wisconsin.
How can Chris help you?
Well, I am not sure if I'll be asking the right question, but I have had an awakening earlier this year, some health problems with my husband and then health problems with myself, and it's thrown me into a full-blown awakening and realizing some things about my life that I'm not totally happy with. And this awareness has also created like a lot of fear, because it's like I just see everything instead of seeing it with possibilities. I'm seeing it as overwhelming, and so I'm very stuck, even though I know it's time for me to move on. A couple of things that I'm really stuck in is creating a better business for myself and obviously income, but I just feel like this whole hold on me and limiting me from my joy and my passion, and that's where I'm at right now, and it's a fight between my body and my mind, so I don't know if you can help me, but that's where I'm at.
There's always help for everybody, and within the system I use, we can really dig down deep and find out exactly what is going on. Now you say you went through an awakening process, and I know exactly what you're talking about, and a lot of people out there are also going to say, yes, that we know what is going on. Quite often when there is an awakening, sometimes we awaken to the fact of knowing that either the relationship or the job or a situation that we're in is not right for us. Now we need to deal with that in one way, shape, or form. Number one, live with it. Number two, fix it. Or number three, leave it. Let's take my pendulum, and we're going to ask a question. We're going to ask, where is the most resistance? Nadine?
Yes.
Nadine, where is the most resistance within Nadine's body? This is going to take a second because the pendulum is very precise and accurate. I know Tim is really good at pulling things out of the air, and everybody's modality is a little different. Mine takes a little bit more time, but I have a lot of charts to go through. I do get a lot of people coming to me asking me about the whole awakening process and what's going on and exactly how does it work. And, it works differently for everybody. Everybody is so different when it comes to this, I find. Okay. Mm-hmm. Do you have any kind of muscular issues at all?
Well, I do deal with some thyroid issues that if I'm going really good, then I'm pretty strong. But lately, because of all the stress my muscles have been pretty weak feeling.
Okay, so it's telling me work in the muscular system. What is causing resistance within the muscular system? So you ask the right question with a pendulum, and you get the right answer. Anybody can use a pendulum and get the wrong answer, but if you ask the right question, that is when you start getting the right answers. What is causing resistance within the muscular system? Okay, we got a chart there. Let's go forward. What is causing resistance within Nadine's muscular system? Okay, so what this is pointing to right off the bat is a negative being, some type of ET called an archon. And there's a lot of people out there that know about archons. What they do is they eat our energy. As we go to the store and buy groceries and cook them up, these beings, they live off of energy from densities like us. And they're eating off of the energy from your muscles. So if there's a weakness, that could be because they are taking your energy. So what I'm going to propose we do, Nadine, is move these guys out. And you tell me if you feel any kind of change in your muscles, a tingle, a pulsing, a heat, or any kind of sensation at all as we do it.
Okay.
So I've got my pyramid. It's a 5-tier pyramid loaded up with crystals of quartz and magnets and a lot of different sacred geometry. I'm going to hold it up to my computer, and I'm going to say the words. Use the violet bowl and remove all archons from Nadine's muscular system. We're going to send them to ether. Remove all archons. Cut all cords, connections. Okay, there they go. Might take a minute or so for you to feel it. We're a little ways away. Wisconsin is a bit farther than Winnipeg. let me know if you feel anything going on at all.
Okay.
Eliminate all archons. Remove the archons from the muscular system. Yeah, they're gone. They're basically gone. How did that feel?
I think I can feel the in my arms, not so like weak or tight. I do now feel a headache in my head.
Okay, yeah, they're moving out through your crown chakra. So let's clear them out of the crown chakra. Remove the archons from the crown chakra. Take them to ether. Remove them out of the astral body. Oh, they were big in your astral body. So that should lighten up the headache a little bit. Now, of course, just doing a tiny little session like this doesn't really get deep into what's going on. It might help to eliminate a little thing here and there. Ultimately, if we did a good hour session, we would get deeper into things and find a lot more that's going on.
Okay.
How is that feeling now, Nadine? How is that feeling now?
Why do I feel sad?
Because they left. Yeah, quite often when these beings leave, because there is consciousness, there is some kind of emotion involved too. They've been with you for a long time, probably lifetimes, and they become almost close friends with your consciousness. So now that they're gone, you're going to feel a little bit of an emotional release. As like, where's my good friends going kind of thing, right?
Right, my crutch.
Yeah, they've been with you for a long, long time, just like all of us. This doesn't make you special or targeted or anything. We all, as human beings, as densities as we are in the third, we all have this type of energy, this type of being, this type of surrounding within us that does rely on us almost as a symbiont for sustenance, for energy, for doing experiments. The Zeta Reticuli and the reptilians are very, very known and big for it. They're being moved off the planet at a very quick rate right now, and a lot of people are experiencing changes in energy because of it.
Awesome.
Interesting, isn't it?
Thank you, Nadine.
It is interesting.
Please get a hold of him on Facebook. You can search him there, or his website. I didn't give it out yet. Can you give your website out?
Yeah, my website is chriskehler.net. That's spelled CHRISKEHLER.net, not .com. .com is another Chris Kehler I found out the hard way. So it's chriskehler.net.
Okay, sounds great. Well, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Bless you, Nadine.
Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye. Okay, so we have lots of callers. So, let's see. My body says we go with the first 801 area code person, and this person has called in before. This is Susie. Susie, how are you doing?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Good. How can Chris help you?
So, lately my thumbs, I don't know what's going on with them, but they just really hurt. They ache if I try to open, a bottle top or anything, and they're just, it feels kind of like they're just really tight, like stressed, or I don't know what it is, but they're just, it's just affecting everything I do because, you use your thumbs for everything.
Okay. This isn't a funny thing. This is something serious. Now, one thing I'm going to mention is that all of these beings that are around us, the Zeta Reticuli, the gray aliens, the little gray aliens with big black eyes that we see on the internet, the reptilians, the archons, there's all these different beings, poltergeists, the spirits that are Earth that are affecting us. One thing they are all trying to do, and the main thing that they're all trying to do, is keep us distracted. So what is distracting you? Is it because you can't use your thumbs? They hurt, and every time you try to do something, you're distracted from what is set in front of you, your focus where you need to go within your soul purpose. The distraction is an incredibly big tool that they use to keep us from raising our vibration, to finding out our true soul purpose, to going into a higher consciousness, to have a bigger awareness of the whole universe and what it's all about. That is what's going on here. So if they get to you by your thumbs, they're succeeding now, aren't they?
Wow, interesting.
Yeah, they are certainly succeeding. There's no doubt about it. Every time you try to do something with your hands, you have to use your thumb. Sorry, what was your name again?
Susie.
What is causing resistance within Susie's thumbs? Now, do you have pain or discomfort or tension in your thumbs right now?
I do.
Let's see. What is causing resistance within Susie's thumbs? As small as something may seem like, okay, it's your thumb. Okay, it could be your heart, could be your brain, something more to pay attention to, but it doesn't matter. It's an annoyance. It's causing distraction, and it's something that we need to get rid of so you can go forward, find your focus, find your true being of what's going on here. Okay, what is causing resistance in Susie's thumbs? Give me 1 second here. 1 second. The pendulum, she's slow, but boy, she's accurate. Okay, we're coming upon an answer. If you get the wrong answer, it's not going to work. So you have to be patient and find the right answer. Okay, here we go. Chart number 8. What is causing resistance within Susie's thumbs? This is something that's a little in-depth, but we can work with it. We're going to work on karmic debt. What exactly is karmic debt? Karmic debt is something that you've done in a past life that keeps on following you from rebirth after rebirth, and it's something that keeps on repeating itself. So you did something in a past life. Perhaps you broke somebody's thumbs because they cheated you in a deal or something. Perhaps you slammed your husband's thumbs in a door because you caught him doing something wrong. Doesn't matter what it is. We're going to remove the karmic debt. Now, we need to find out what lifetime is the karmic debt from? What lifetime? So that is from lifetime number 7. What lifetime is Susie currently in? Okay, you have been around. This is number 19. So you're in life 19. We need to go back to number 7. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the cords and the connections to lifetime number 7. And then a lot of people are saying, wait, you can't do that, otherwise you're going to mess up the whole timeline. Then I'm going to create a tether between lifetime 7 and the astral body of your current life, just so you can keep that timeline. Okay, here we go. Cut all cords and connections with Susie and her life number 7. Okay, the cords are cut. Create a tether between life number 7 and Susie's astral body. Okay, you've got that tether. Tell me if the thumbs start to feel a little better. Now we're going to ask, what is causing resistance within Susie's thumbs? As soon as you feel a difference, let me know.
Okay, yeah, it feels like my right thumb is loosening up a little bit.
Now, we removed let's call it the spiritual component of what's going on here. And generally, when there's any kind of health problem whatsoever, if it's got some chronicness to it, there's going to be a spiritual energy component, whether it be an attachment, a past life, a negative energy, whatever. And there's also going to be a physical component. Now we're going to remove the physical component, which is calcium. Let me talk about calcium for a second. There's a lot of people out there who take calcium supplements. The medical community will tell you that you're over 50, you're a woman, you have to take calcium, otherwise you're going to get osteoporosis. The big thing with calcium is that it's probably one of the #1 killers of anything out there. And the reason I say that is because if calcium you're taking isn't absorbing into your body, it's going to get stored. And it's going to build up in your veins and arteries, it's going to build up in your heart, it's going to build up in your muscles, your brain, and cause all kinds of problems. Calcium deposits within the cardiovascular system is the #1 cause of most heart attack problems. That is plaque. That is hardening of the arteries. Think about it. It's a hard metal, and it's going to build up, and it's going to cause hardness. If it gets in your brain, well, heck, there is migraines. If it gets in your muscles, there is muscle spasms. So calcium is a very, very big problem in the fact that, #1, we might be getting too much. #2, we might be getting the wrong type of calcium. And #3, it's not absorbing properly. What I always recommend to people, if you need calcium, first of all, I want you to start taking a product called silica. And the highest amount of silica you can find is in an organic product called diatomaceous earth. Diatomaceous earth is crushed diatoms, which is algae shells. It's an ancient fossil. And the component of this is silica dioxide. Silica dioxide is the second most abundant mineral within our body of our makeup. Carbon is #1, silica dioxide is #2. So if you have the right components to absorb the calcium, it's going to absorb. Just like iron. If you're iron deficient, if you have anemia, a lot of people are going to take extra iron. Stop. You might need to take copper, or you might need to take ferritin, which is a protein that binds to iron and helps absorb it in. So you really have to stop and look at the absorption factor before you look at the deficiency. We are now going to remove calcium from your thumbs, and you tell me if they start to feel a little better. Here we go. Neutralize and eliminate all calcium buildup, calcium deposits within the thumb joints, bones, and connecting tissue. Here it goes. Okay, it's quite a bit in there. And there it goes. Tell me as soon as you start to feel a little bit of a difference, please.
Yeah, right away I started feeling different as soon as you said that. And now it's like, wow, I really do feel a difference.
That's how fast working at the quantum level is. It's instantaneous. Some people might call it miracle healing. You can call it whatever you want, but when you're working with quantum energy and you hit the nail right on the head to what it is, universal law says as soon as you identify something, it has to leave. So that's what we've done. Now, of course, working with the quantum consciousness, and I've got a control over it. It works with me. I do this for a living. I've got a very, very good relationship with it. The tools that I use, the pyramid that I use, works as an antenna and an amplifier for quantum energy consciousness. So I can harness it very easily by making the intent to remove whatever it is I find. It happens at the speed of quantum energy, which is instantly. Your thumbs are now going to be a lot better.
Fabulous. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Bless you.
Thank you for calling in. Take care.
Thanks.
So let's talk more about your pyramids, because I keep saying I want to buy one, and I'm going to buy one. I'm just still paying off my trip to the U.S. But I know a lot of people might want to buy some of your pyramids. Can you tell us more about those and how they can get a hold of those?
I do sell the tools that I use within my clinic on my website. Now, the pyramid that I use is specific to what I do. It's a 5-tier pyramid, which means there's 5 pyramids stacked at 90-degree angles. When you look at the base of the pyramid straight on, you can see the Star of David, which is a sacred geometry symbol. So the way I've got it set up with the quartz crystals, all the magnets, there's about 40,000 Gauss worth of magnets in here. Other sacred geometry items like targets and different forms of it. I've got a shungite cap on a shungite pyramid. That all together creates a specific vibration and energy, an amplification, and an antenna. Now, the pyramids I sell on my website, they're triple pyramids, not 5, they're triple. And they don't have any kind of crystals or anything within them, but it does come with what's called a sun ring, which is another tool that I sell that It works extremely well. So that tool alone for pretty much anybody will work extremely well. Because I do this for a living and I need to work really quick and I need to show results within people very fast, otherwise they're not going to come back to me, I use a pyramid of this magnitude. The pyramid I sell on my website, I think, is $214. And with that, it's going to last forever, and it's got some incredible healing components to it. So if you want to have a look at it, please do. I do have a picture of, it's called the Silverlight Pyramid, which is the 5-tier pyramid. You can have a look at that one and see exactly what it's about.
Great. So you also said one of them has a Star of David formation in it. Have you heard of a Merkaba?
Oh, yes. I work with the Merkaba once in a while. Every type of spiritual component within us, there's a lot of different opinion about things. And that's what I found when I got into this whole business. I've only been doing this about 8 years. I'm relatively new into it, but I have discovered that it is my calling. This is what I'm supposed to be doing, and the universe has set this up for me. There's the Merkaba. Now, I've also heard of the Merkava, which is, instead of a 12-pointed star, it's a 24-pointed star. Yeah, there's a Merkaba. Now, my guides, what they call it is a gyro vortex. That's what they call it. And within that gyro vortex, there's a gyroscope that gives you direction. Basically, the Merkava, gyro vortex, whatever you want to call it, is an astral traveling vehicle. Do we need this? Heck, I don't know. It's something that everybody has availability to, but it just isn't coming into play yet for a lot of people. I know there's 1 or 2 people I've worked with who I've had to do work on their vehicle, let's call it, in order for them to proceed with their healing work.
Wow. Cool. So, yeah, that's what I just found out recently. I started studying the Merkaba, and I know it's the same. The Star of David, if you look at it, it's a pyramid on top of a pyramid facing
Correct.
down, one facing up. And the Merkaba, one spins clockwise and one spins counterclockwise, 2 pyramids, and it kind of makes this big vortex of energy, which is what the Star of David kind of represents. Okay, well, anyway, that's a long conversation. So let's
you know what?
Take
It's
caller,
an in-depth conversation. Let's take another caller. I'm on a roll.
Cool. Okay, we have so many callers, we can't take them all, so I'm getting that we should take this person that's calling in. Oh, I know who it is. Okay, so this is Amanda. Amanda, how are you doing? Whoops.
I'm doing good.
Amanda, how are you doing? Great.
I'm doing good.
Good.
Hi, Amanda.
Hello.
What can we do for you tonight, dear?
This is a question I have for you. My daughter's about 7. Something has happened somewhere between my 2 miscarriages and her birth, and sometimes I feel like I'm physically, the only way I can be stopped, because I'm just a go-getter, is if I'm sick. Tim has helped me tremendously. We have gotten from being a person who can hardly do anything to feeling like I'm a lazy person, which is great. But I feel like whenever I try to move forward, I'm drawn back again. And I don't know if it's a connection with my husband or the pregnancies or some kind of spiritual thing.
When did this all come about? Did it come about before the miscarriages or after the miscarriages?
I know during the pregnancy with my daughter, I had to slow down like 75%. And I have never got energy back.
Okay, energy meaning that you just can't get off the couch and motivated to do things.
No,
or what?
Worse than that. Actually, if I were to go and do something, if I go walking, my husband has to come get me because I can't physically walk home.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Where is the lowest level of vitality within Amanda's body? Okay. Let's ask some questions. Let's find the answers. Now, this might be just a component of the answer, but it could start us in a direction where we need to go.
Okay.
Where is the lowest level of vitality? So the first thing that comes to mind for me is the heart. And sure enough, cardiovascular system. Okay, I work on many, many people with heart problems. You heard me talk about calcium. Many, many people come to me with this same type of problem, and they're taking all kinds of supplements, trying to get their blood up, trying to get their oxygen up. But if the heart isn't working properly, okay, let's go to the cardiovascular system. Where is the lowest level of vitality in Amanda's cardiovascular system? So the charts I have, they're all mapped out with all the areas of the body. I've looked at all the books and just made my own charts, and it's going to point me in the right direction. So we're going to look in a specific area of the heart. Where is the lowest level of vitality within Amanda's heart, please? This is going to tell me exactly what's going on. Give me 1 second, please. Oops, almost dropped my pendulum. Where is the lowest level of vitality? Okay, we're going to look in the tricuspid valve. Have you gone to any doctor? Have they done any diagnosis at all?
On my heart? No.
Yeah. On anything?
Oh. I self-diagnosed, but not a doctor.
Okay, let's look at the tricuspid valve. What is causing low levels of vitality in Amanda's tricuspid valve? Now, most of the time, most of the time when I work on somebody's heart, it's going to be either calcium parasites or maybe something else. But generally, calcium and parasites are the two biggest things that come up. And this is coming up as calcification. Okay,
I know that a doctor put me on calcium lactate, and I actually get suicidal on that.
Well, then you might want to stop taking that.
I did. He told me to go to the emergency room. I just quit taking it.
Good for you. Okay, let's move out. Okay, hold on a second. Now we're going to move out calcium from your tricuspid valve. What I want you to do right now is take a big, deep breath, as big as you can, and just remember how that feels. Okay, here we go. Neutralize, eliminate, remove all calcium buildup, calcium deposits, and calcification within Amanda's tricuspid valve. So we're moving that out right now. There's lots in there. Oh, it's like I got a big fish on the line, and it's pulling on me. This pyramid is pulling on me. Okay, there it goes. As soon as it releases, the fish is off. Okay, tell me what you feel, Amanda.
I felt you trying to pull it out, and now I felt
it is.
relief.
We're not going to stop right there. Now we're going to do the entire heart. Neutralize, eliminate all calcium buildup, calcium deposits, and calcification within the entire heart. Plenty in there. Oh, plenty in. Yikes. There it goes. Okay, Amanda, take a big, deep breath for me and tell me how it feels now.
It feels better.
Beautiful. Now, what happens with this work? Give it a good 12 to 24 hours. There's going to be more progression. If you feel a little bit of a difference right now, probably tomorrow morning once you wake up or the next day, you're going to be like, holy cow, what did that guy do to me? And you're going to have all this energy. Now, of course, we need to go deeper into exactly where is calcium buildup. We need to go within all the veins and arteries and dig it all out and find it all. There's going to be more work to do, but here's a good sample example of how just working with energy and intent and working with the quantum consciousness can make a big change within your health problem.
Mm-hmm.
How's it feeling right now? Are you feeling a warmth or a pulsing or a tingle within your chest?
I am feeling like I'm able to get more oxygen.
Beautiful.
I'm feeling the
and
lightness.
That's exactly that is what is meant to do. Now, the lightness is something that I definitely look for as a response, because we've taken something heavy out of your body, and now you are going to feel a lightness.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Amanda.
Thank you.
And thank you
You're very so welcome.
for calling in. Okay, that's so great. Well, I don't want to go too much longer because you've been working like crazy, and I know you had a full day today. I saw your schedule, and you always have clients back to back to back to back to back to back, and it doesn't end.
back to back.
But you're like the superhero of the energy healing world. So we do have a couple other callers, but I'm thinking this one from India. Maybe we can take the India one.
Oh, please, that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Hello?
Okay. Whoever's from India, yes. What's your name?
Yeah, this is Kiran. Kiran from India.
Okay, Kiran.
Kiran.
Yes.
Yeah. So I have this problem in my relationship. Like I have past traumas of the relationship, so I'm not able to feel comfortable. Like I have so much restlessness in my body, like the vibrations and negative anxieties. I got like body code and emotion code done from so many practitioners, but I think everyone is missing out something. I mean, I feel like energy is leaking from my body. I don't know. I feel very restless. I need
Let's have a look, shall we? Let's have a look. Where is the most resistance within Karen's body? Where is the most resistance? I can probably tell you right off the bat where it is, but let's let the pendulum tell us. I always say better safe than stupid. Let the pendulum tell us exactly what is going on. Okay, we're going to work in the nervous system. Nervous system for sure. Let's find out exactly where is the most resistance within the nervous system. Okay, so you say you feel a lot of anxiety, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is typically the sympathetic nervous system, fight or flight, anxiety. Okay, let's see what's going on within there. What is causing resistance within the sympathetic nervous system? What is causing resistance? Give me 1 minute, please. What is within the sympathetic nervous system? This is going to be something of a let's call it a dark energy of sorts, or not. Well, let's see what it says first before I speculate. What is causing resistance within the sympathetic nervous system? Give me 1 second. Okay, what I'm finding within your sympathetic nervous system is a being or a consciousness called Azazel. Azazel is one of the devil's thugs, let's call him, okay?
Okay.
Now, so what I'm going to do is we're just going to remove him. Are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
Let's do it. Okay, use the Red Bull and remove Azazel. Cut out cords, connections, forward and backward in time and space. Remove Azazel from Carrie's sympathetic nervous system. Send him to ether. Okay, there he goes. There he goes. Give it a minute. So sometimes it's now in this specific type of case, there could be a lot of deep-seated things happening. There's a lot of curses that are placed upon us that take a while to get into. There's a lot of other energies that happen. Now, it might take a bit of time for you to feel some kind of shift or change.
Okay.
Let's check one more, just to be sure. What is causing resistance within Kareen's sympathetic nervous system?
I feel like very restless in my throat, especially. I mean,
in your throat?
Pain. Yeah.
Okay, let's ask what is causing resistance in the throat chakra. What is within the throat chakra? Okay. So it's telling me to go to another specific set of charts and say what to do. What do we need to do for the throat chakra? So of course something is trying to keep you from speaking, from speaking out, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Something is trying to keep you from speaking out.
I feel constantly like energy is leaking constantly, like all the time from me. And then
Now, there's a lot of different possibilities of that. Could be, of course, there's beings that will siphon your energy. You could be connected up to a black hole where your energy is going to. There's a lot of different things that can happen. Okay, we're going to remove an entity. What entity is within the throat chakra? Now, certain entities can actually disguise themselves and try to fool me, in which case I need to work just a little bit more to find them. But let's see what comes up with this and if we can make a change for you right away. Okay. What entities within the throat chakra? Throat chakra. There it is. There it is. What is within the throat chakra, please? Okay. This is our good friend, the Zeta Reticula, or little gray alien with big black eyes. We're basically all born with one. They are very, very abundant until they started to be cleaned out of the planet. So we all still have some kind of remnants of one. Let's move that out and see if it makes a bit of a difference for you, okay?
Okay.
Hey, use the violet bowl and remove all Zeta Reticuli from the throat chakra. Send them to ether. There he is. Get out of there, you little son of a gun. Okay, tell me if your throat lightens up a little bit.
Not very noticeable.
Okay. This is definitely something that we'd have to spend some time on to go deep and deeper into different layers to find out exactly what it is. Or it's just a simple fact that it might take a little bit of time for the energy to process and move out. Okay, that's basically sometimes what happens.
Okay.
There's definitely on an energy level. There's definitely an energy level that needs to be addressed and cleared out in this type of thing.
Okay.
So thank you so much for calling in. Please get a hold of him on the internet. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, I know I said we were going to take that as the last caller, but there's so many new callers this time that I haven't taken before, and I have one special caller that if you feel you have the energy to take one more caller, how's that?
You know what? So let's do it.
Okay. Sorry, all the other callers that we can't take. I really want to take her because I know she needs even more work. So we're going to go with Joanne. Joanne, how are you doing?
Hi, Tim. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Joanne.
Hello.
I have late-stage Lyme disease with severe chronic fatigue and can't stand up for more than 1 to 2 minutes. I've been bedbound for the better part of the last decade. So I'm wondering if you can see anything that might be going on with that.
Are you 100% sure it is Lyme disease?
I've been blood tested for it, yeah.
Now, I have done lots of research on Lyme disease. I know quite a bit about it, and I have worked on a lot of people with it. Now, because it is so chronic, this is something that would definitely need some attention. But you know what? Let's have a look. We are going to ask, where is the most resistance within Joanne's body? Where is the most pain, the most suffering that you have?
Well, as far as the pain itself, it migrates throughout the whole body. But,
okay.
A lot of it happens in the neck and the upper shoulder area in the back and the low back.
This is telling me you need to work within your blood. Okay, let's see. What is causing resistance within Joanne's blood? Let's see what it says. Now with Lyme disease, of course, it can mimic 250 different diseases and illnesses.
Right.
You really have to know how to look for it. What is causing resistance within the blood? Okay, so this is sending me to my bacteria charts. What bacteria is causing resistance within Joanne's blood? Okay, what is causing resistance within the blood? So this is showing me a Borrelia bacteria, which is Lyme disease, Borrelia valeriana within the blood. So that is the bacteria. Now there's also going to be parasites, and the Lyme parasite itself contains a lipid coating, a fat coating around it, so anything that you might take may not penetrate this coating, and it's able to survive. It's an instinctual device set up by somebody, some consciousness with a sick sense of humor that wants to cause us pain. Okay, let's remove this quickly. Neutralize and eliminate all Borrelia valeriana bacteria within the blood, red blood cells, plasma, platelets, white blood cells. Remove it from the blood and bone marrow. So you tell me, Joanna, if you feel any kind of tingling, any kind of sensations, pulsing, anything at all. Could be heat. The Borrelia bacteria is like a corkscrew, and it can burrow in, and that's where a lot of the pain comes from. There's a lot in there. Okay, there it goes. There it goes. Did you feel anything at all happening?
Just a little tingling in my hands and feet.
Beautiful. That is all I expect. All right, now we're going to ask what question is optimal. See where this takes us. The generic question for most people is where is the most resistance, but again, you ask the right question, you get the right answer. Okay, so again, we're going to ask where is the most resistance within Joanna's body? Where is the most resistance? Now, when I do treatments with people with Lyme disease, I also use ionic silver or colloidal silver to kill the bacteria. There is a herb called SPK by Hulda Clark. That works very well. The only bad thing about that is if you use just a herb, the healing crisis that you go through is worse than the disease itself. That's something you want to take into consideration. Diatomaceous earth can work very well. Not one thing is the cure-all and end-all. Depends on what your body needs. Where is the most resistance? Okay, muscular system. All right, here we go. Where is the most resistance within Joanne's muscular system, please? But with the system I have, this is something that can be dealt with. You don't have to suffer with this for the rest of your life. Worst case scenario, we remove some pain and make life a lot easier for you to enjoy. Okay. Where is the most resistance in the muscular system? The most resistance is within the gluteus maximus, and we all know that's where your brain is kept, right? Just kidding, just kidding. Okay, gluteus maximus. All right. What is causing resistance within Joanne's gluteus maximus? Got to have a little bit of fun with this. People get a little too uptight, and I need to break the tension sometimes. I actually used that joke today on somebody, and they laughed too, so that's all good. What is causing resistance within the gluteus maximus muscles? Okay, so it's sending me to another chart. What is causing resistance within Joanne's gluteus maximus muscles? The whole Latin terminology within the muscular system makes me a little crazy, but it is what it is. I like the word bum myself, so. Okay. What is causing resistance? Okay, so it is showing me Lyme disease. So what I'm going to do is to intend to remove Lyme disease, and you're going to tell me if it feels a little different in that area. Now, of course, you need to realize that I am in Winnipeg, Canada, so if you feel any kind of sensations on your bottom, it's not me, okay? Here we go. You're supposed to laugh, okay. Okay, neutralize, eliminate, remove all Lyme disease, parasites, and bacteria from the gluteus maximus, entire pelvic region. There it is. Okay, this is going to take a little bit of time. Jeez, come on. Okay, it's fighting back pretty hard. And there it goes. So you tell me if you feel a little something going on in that area.
A little muscle flinching.
Okay, so there is some movement, which means that yes, it is Lyme disease, and yes, it can be dealt with. Now, for anybody who's wondering, the treatments that I do, they're 1 hour long. We do it by telephone. We do it by Skype. If you happen to live in Winnipeg, come on to my office. We can do it one-on-one. The cost of my treatments, $10,000. Just kidding. $55 a session. It's probably one of the cheapest treatments that you're going to find anywhere of anybody who does some energy. I know a lot of people do them for free, which is wonderful. I need to make a living. I have a family to support. And that is all I charge, $55 a session, and results are pretty much guaranteed for the most part. How are you feeling now?
Thank you.
Just feeling a little tingling.
That is exactly what's supposed to happen. It's not going to be an immense sensation.
Yeah.
The more subtler, the better it is. Okay, we want subtle, but we want some sensation happening. So good. Things are happening. You might notice a bit more of a difference within 12 to 24 hours.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you.
Great.
So much,
Thank you very much, Chris. Thank you, Tim.
You're very welcome.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, so we've taken enough callers, and I apologize for everyone that we didn't take, but you can get a hold of Chris Keller at his website. I keep saying Keller. You say it's Kehler.
It is Kehler.
I had
an
a
old
friend with the
Mennonite
same last name. He pronounced he pronounced it Keller, so I'm used to what he said.
Well, you know what? I've been called worse
Kehler.
by better. I've been called worse by better, Tim. Yeah.
So once again, his website is www.chriskehler, which is spelled CHRIS. That's Chris, and then Kehler KEHLER .net, N-E-T, not .com. You'll get a different person. And, of course, all the people that called in, most of them are on my Facebook page, so you can get a hold of him on Facebook. And also on this website, I've linked you can click on the link there to go to directly to his website. So it's been a great call, and, Chris, you've been wonderful. And I want to thank all the people, Susie, Nadine, Amanda, Karen, I think was her name, and Joanne, and everyone else who held on for the call and didn't get taken. I'm sorry. I didn't want to overwork Chris here because he's been working all day and it's late. What time is it now in Canada? I forget.
Oh, it's got to be close to. It's 10:30 p.m. and my wife is waiting for me downstairs saying, "Come on, honey, let's have some time." So.
Yeah, so we better end now. So thank you so much, and thank you for helping my family too. And I know for the people listening in, if you didn't get to work with him, you're going to want to get a hold of him because he's really great. And thank you so much. And I'm going to end with a final song. So before I end, do you want to say any last comment?
Just everybody, when you're making a decision in life, whether it's what practitioner do I use, what way do I turn, What do I need to do with my life? Always think with your heart. Think heart, mind. If you think mind, heart, you're going to put logic and ego into it. Does it feel good in your heart to make that decision?
Okay, so since you made a good comment about my reggae song, I'm going to end with my reggae song. My only reggae
Tim, it's
song
a pleasure.
I have.
Thank you again for having me on.
Thank you. I'm going to put you on mute while I say the last announcements. Thank you so much, and goodbye, everybody.